The search continues for a 3-year-old boy who fell in the Musselshell River Monday morning. Musselshell Undersheriff Sean Lesnick tells Q2 search efforts have been unsuccessful so far. He says he walked multiple miles along the river where the boy was last seen, but couldn't see anything. Brutal conditions, including sub-zero temperatures, are making the search difficult. Lesnick says the community help has been immense. Crews from the Yellowstone County Sheriff's Office, the U.S. Water Rescue Dive Team, Cadaver Dog and Handler, and the Roundup Fire Department have all been on scene to help out. Residents have also been providing generators, lights, and food to the crews. Lesnick says crews will wrap up the search in the next couple hours, but will pick up bright and early tomorrow. And join now with Bob McGuire. Last night was New Year's Eve, and it was very cold out.
Well, in fact, it was the coldest night of the year and also of the season. Let me show you how cold it was. In the Billings area, it was 5 below zero. Other places like Butte, 20 below zero. Over at Glendive, look at that, 12 below zero. Remember that one, 12 below zero, because this is the record lows. We actually got a new record low at the Glendive. The old record was 9 below zero, but you see some of the other records that we didn't get anywhere near them, like 30 below at Miles City, 43 below at Butte. So those were no longer in danger of being broken. But as you see in Billings, our record was 25 below zero. But let me show you what the roads look like this afternoon across the region. This is Essex, just by East Glacier on U.S. Highway 2. Look at the snow up there. They got a lot of snow in that area. Interstate 90 East Livingston, not too bad. It was pretty nice at Bozeman Pass. You can see a little bit of snow in the driving lane, but not much. And as you see Homestake Pass, kind of the same thing, a little bit of snowy conditions there. And now one other thing we want to show you tonight, we do have some blowing snow and windy conditions, winds gusting up to 50 miles per hour from Harleton all the way down to Nye. That's causing a lot of visibility. You can't see from anywhere from 1 to 3 miles, so it's pretty bad in that area. We'll have more on that coming your way in a few more minutes. Zoe?
Thanks, Bob. And cars can easily slide off the road because of icy conditions during this winter weather. And 7 years ago, one Billings man noticed how often people needed help with their cars because of the weather just right outside of his house. Scott Cadlow told Q2 he could only imagine all the people throughout the city who need help during the winter. So he decided to start a volunteer-based group in the community, Yellowstone County Roadside Assistance, to help people who get stuck in the snow.
Well, we started the group to help other people out throughout Yellowstone County. And if they need help with changing a tire or light mechanical work, or even getting pulled out of a snowbank, we go out there and we help them out. We had more people getting stuck last year than I've seen since my entire time being in Billings. And we're going, I need help helping people. So I got a hold of a couple of my friends, like, I need help. I'm like, okay, we're gonna do this and get the group going and see what happens. And this kind of blew up from there. Have emergency supplies like sandbags, snow shovel, chains, tow straps, 4-wheel drive if you got it, helps a lot. Just drive slow and take your time.
Cadlow says if you have trouble in the city, do not hesitate to ask for help. But when it comes to the interstate, he suggests for you calling the MHP. Well, Montana drivers started the new year the right way with very few drunk driving arrests. The Montana Highway Patrol reported only 10 driving under the influence arrests on state highways in a 24-hour period between New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. There were 53 reported crashes and no fatalities during that same time period.
There's a lot of attention, public message about getting the message out about drinking and driving. We also have a lot of services to help people get home safely. That message seems to have been heard.
MHP reported 181 highway fatalities in 2018 and are hoping that number goes down in 2019. Well, now that we've officially began the new year, you may feel like today is the day to set some new goals for health and fitness. It's simple to begin a new routine, but staying motivated is the hard part. MTN's Katie Alexander has some tips for sticking with it.
We've all been there. After the indulgences of the holiday season, many people decide to start getting in shape again on January 1st. So I sat down with personal trainer Mallory McDowell to talk about how to start a new exercise routine and some tips on how to make that New Year's resolution last.
I would definitely say start with one habit at a time. So just pick one thing to try to start out. So whether it's coming in the gym and trying a free orientation and having somebody show you, starting something at home like doing basic squats or a plank or various exercises like that. Or enlisting a workout buddy. So if you have somebody at work that they might be thinking about it too, so talk to your friends and family. You never know who might be wanting to start as well, and they're good for keeping you accountable as well.
Mallory also mentioned that it's important to be safe when jumping into a new fitness plan, especially if you've had past injuries.
Definitely make sure you have the clearance from your doctor if you've had any past issues or anything, or again checking in with a personal trainer.
A personal trainer can help you work towards specific goals and show you how to use machines properly to avoid hurting yourself. And one last thing to keep in mind before you hit the gym, take it one step at a time.
Taking baby steps will help you stick with it long term, because a lot of people come in, oh, gym membership, new year, I'm going to start this diet plan, you know, everything, and you get overwhelmed and it's too much and too much of a lifestyle change all at once that is too hard to keep up with because it's not what you're used to. So starting with maybe a few exercise machines that we might show you, trying those for a few weeks, and then we slowly add on more exercises.
Wishing you best of luck with your New Year's resolution, Katie Alexander, MTN News.
Some new parents in Billings will definitely be getting a workout as they welcome the newest members of their families and Billings' first babies of 2019. Over at St. Vincent Healthcare, a little sister joined her siblings, 2 sisters and a brother. Her mom, Starla Keller, and dad, Dwayne Shorthair, rang in the new year with a new life as little Aliana was born at 12:47 this morning. She was 7 pounds 4 ounces and 19 inches long. And over at Billings Clinic, another family welcomed its New Year's gift at 12:31 this morning. Stellan Storm Oakland was born to Amy and Store Oakland from Billings. Amy actually went into labor on December 30th, but Stellan came into the world 30 hours later, just after Montana rang in the new year. He weighs 9 pounds and is 20 inches long. Everyone is doing well and is happy and healthy. Not all successful businesses begin with a dream. Sometimes they just form out of necessity. In this week's Montana Made, MTN's Chet Lehman takes us to Butte, where a school teacher's love of photography and computer skills led him to create a growing business.
John Wick moved to Montana to become a teacher and never left. As life often does, that teaching job led to him meeting his future wife and another teaching job in Asia. A love of photography and design took him out of the classroom and into a volunteer position with the Butte 100 mountain bike race.
Through the work that I did there, people started to kind of understand, like, oh, he can do websites, oh, he can do flyers, and he can do logo design and graphic work. And the ball kind of started to roll really organically. It's just the things that I enjoyed doing.
Then came the realization that he could make some money with his designs, so he committed to applying for a business license.
You know, on those applications it says name, John Wick, business name, and I go, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about what I was going to call this. It's just an adventure. And so I got back from a mountain bike ride earlier in the day, and my GPS was sitting right next to my keypad in my extra bedroom where I was doing all my work. Elevation 5518. So that's how we got that name.
Today, 5518 Designs is based in this building in Uptown Butte. Wick still designs for other people and for 5518 products. 5518 products can be found in several other stores around Montana, and Wick says the internet side of his business is strong.
We're having fun to start with, and we're doing some great stuff, not just on our side as a business, but we're trying to have an impact and a greater impact on the community of Butte.
Now that happens on a few levels. This store in Uptown is one. It's been restored from a once abandoned structure. The other way he's impacting the community is by using community resources. He designs the logos for the hats, but those hats are embroidered at another location. Shirt designs happen here at 5518. But they are silk screened at yet another location. One creative business helping several other businesses thrive. That in turn keeps WIP striving for new designs.
We live in an incredible place. It's just a fact. And there's inspiration all around us, and the more I do, the more inspired I get, the more I want to celebrate who we are and why we're here.
The original concept may have come from 5,518 feet above sea level, but with that kind of passion, the sky's the limit. In Butte, Chet Lehman, MTN News.
Wick says because the way 5518 developed, his future plans are pretty simple. Keep doing what works until it doesn't work anymore, then do something else. Well, coming up on tonight's 5:30 news, Montana is the #1 state for suicide in the nation. And tonight, people are gathering in Butte to heal from the hurt. Later in sports, we take one last look back at the best athletes from 2018 in our special Athlete of the Week tribute.
You're watching MTN News with Jay Cohn and Janelle Slade. Storm Tracker weather with Bob McGuire. And sports with Scott Green. This is the 5:30 news on Q2, Montana's news leader.